Okay. Hello. Did you like that? Was that good? If you can hear me, please put an A1 in the comments so that A, I know the comments are working, and B, I know that you can hear me. So that's marvelous. Thank you very much for joining me. Welcome to Live at 5, which, if you are unaware, I used to do on a Friday, and now I'm doing it on a Monday because Fridays became too busy. We've had a lot of big camps, big weekends. We had the advanced horse archery. We've had the confident canter camp this weekend. It all takes a lot of preparing for. And Fridays ended up being really quite busy. So anyway, that's why, in celebration of the confident canter camp, I got the background that I have. And should we have a little look at it? Come on, let's have a little look at it. Right, just 1 second, bear with me. I've just made a little 1 minute video about it. Video file, we'll share that to you. We'll pop that in the videos. And here it is. Yeah.
Go, Katie, following you. Nice, go now, go on. Come on. Yay! Nice. Good. Hello, Jupiter. Up. Good, Francesca. Yeehaw! Go on.
Go on, T. Go on. Get.
Yes, very good.
There we are. Shades of that. Where have I gone then? How do I put myself in the middle of the screen again? Hey, like that. Super cool. So that was good fun. Lovely day, of course. That's the way that we organise the day. So the way we organise the day for the Confident Canter Camp is picking up the reins is the last thing. It's the last thing. When you're at your riding school and people are teaching you to initially canter, the first thing you do is pick up your reins so that you've got control. And I can understand why that's a good idea, because you're going to have a corner coming in a minute, and you need to steer so the horse doesn't do the righty-lefty thing. Are we going right? Are we going left? Makes no difference, because I remember when I first started cantering, and you're so uptight about launching into canter that you forget to steer anyway. So you might as well not have hold of the reins. But anyway, we've arranged it so that you don't have to hold of the reins. Let's get the feeling of the canter or the gallop. Let's have a couple of strategies to deal with it so that we don't feel as though we're bobbling about. And once we've done that, let's make a silly little video of us pointing at the camera, which is good. And then a silly little video of looking at the camera. And by the time you've made enough silly little videos, really just putting your fingertips on the reins, which will be your nice soft contact, is the last thing that we need to do. So because of the way we've set it up, we can arrange things in a backwards manner so that you get used to the canter first and then get used to having the right amount of contact. But of course, when you're nervous, you can't do it the other way, because you should have the right amount of contact. You feel nervous, you have too much contact. Now the horse has got mixed signals and everyone's bobbling around. So that's how we get around it. Fantastic day, really good fun. A little bit too hot, if anything. But there we are. Yeah, it was great. It was great. So thank you very much for everybody who came. Marvellous. It's been a great time in the club. If you're not in the Enjoy Your Horse Club, you need to get in it. The conversations are absolutely fantastic. It's my antidote to the nervous rider clubs. So instead of people banging on about how dangerous horses are or how much of a disaster they've made their riding, or celebrating their failures or describing their incidents or slagging themselves off, none of that's allowed. And it's called Enjoy Your Horse. So guess who's populating it? People who enjoy their horses. So that's the idea. And yeah, it's going really well. We've had a lovely week. I've taken down a few notes so that I can do a little roundup. I put in a new section, the top tip section. So if you join the club, one of the sections is the how-to section, where we've actually gone out, got the horse, and literally shown how to A, B, or C, how to have gait manners, how to break down canter in open spaces is another one, how to become used to obstacles. We chose bicycles, but it could have been anything. And we actually get the horse and we go through it and make a little video. We put a how to on the top tips because it was actually not advertising, but we recommend certain bits of equipment, and this bit of equipment has turned up called the Correct Connect. And it's just a raised handle just where your hands are, so that when people want something to grab hold of, if they're feeling nervous or unbalanced, then it's just a fabulous bit of kit. I couldn't really put it in the how-to section, how to grab hold of a bit of leather. So I've started a new section, top tips. So if you've not been on the club for a while, go on there. That's where I'm going to put little stuff that isn't quite an instruction, but nonetheless I want people to know about it. So there we are. A new section's been invented and gone on to the club. This week in the club, in the posts, there's been quite a lot of testimonials to me, which is quite nice. People having a good time with their horses and saying how much they can't believe the change in their attitude. Someone said they'd only been in the club for 2 weeks and already they were doing stuff that they hadn't done before and getting that change that they wanted. So that's chuffed me. That really has. So yeah, that was good. What else have we got? Oh yeah, just a moment ago I said when you get unbalanced, maybe you'd want to grab hold of this Correct Connect strap. And I had a conversation this weekend about being unbalanced, and it really got me. The conversation went, I'm a bit disabled on the left hand side of my body and my hip doesn't work, therefore my horse hasn't really got a fair crack of the whip because I ask it to canter, but I'm not balanced. And so the horse isn't balanced. And really, it's not fair on the horse because the horse needs a balanced rider, which probably sounds quite sensible to you, I'd have thought. And it doesn't sound sensible to me because myself and Zana both said at the same time, who says the horse needs a balanced rider? Rubbish. Have you ever seen polo players leaning out for the ball? Leaning right out, and they're going to get the ball. They're not balanced. Horse archery, we do here. People lean right. In fact, I tell them to lean on the stirrup. Lean on the stirrup. Lean right into the target. Nothing else matters but that target. Some people lean right out. They're not balanced. And in fact, we had some photos up on the wall of people doing horse archery, and the actual photo was the guy, like the horse's ears were here and he was leaning out like that, and it's like, he's not balanced. Then we went on to start showing photos of trick riding where you're absolutely out as far as you possibly can, either picking up hats off the ground or horse ball. There's another one. They tie their stirrups together so that you can hook your foot in one stirrup, and as that gets pulled up, it pulls underneath the horse and pulls down on this one, and you can really get right down. Pick up mounted games. There's another one. You've seen the mounted games. They've got to jump off the horse, run and get a lemon, stick it into a pot, jump on their horse, run past the battered stump. There's not a moment when they're sat properly in the saddle. Roping cattle. It's very rare that a little calf being chased by a cowboy is going to politely keep itself right in the middle, just behind those horse's ears, so that it doesn't unbalance the horse one way or the other. They're right off to the side. They rope the calf, and whoa, the calf gives the horse a good pull. And I mean, endless examples from around the world, from throughout history, of people not being balanced on the horses and the horses cope. They're quite normal. I'm okay. I don't even have to be balanced. What's the first thing I do? When you get your feed sack, you put it on one shoulder and you're not balanced and you walk off to the feed room. We do it ourselves all the time, coming back from the shops with one. You don't have to be balanced. You don't have to be balanced. And people who say, right, don't you be right. I've not looked at the comments yet. Don't you be writing horses do have to be balanced, because I'm going to call you a liar. It's my latest favourite subject. But the thing is, the amount of knowledgeable horsey people coming in and chucking in their 2 pence worth. Well, if you're not balanced, how can the horse be balanced? Well, I manage it with a feed sack, so the horse can manage it. And when we went through a few examples, I saw this person I was having the conversation with thinking and kind of like, my God, you're right. You're right. And all the time, I've carried this self-image of a disabled person on one side who's not balanced, who's affecting the horse. And not only was she sitting having an epiphany that actually she could have just been getting on with her horse for the last however many years, but so was somebody else who was just listening to the conversation, and they were like, oh my God, people have told me nothing except to stay balanced on the horse. And she hadn't been riding very long. She was facing a future of 30 years of riding horses, being terrified that being the slightest bit unbalanced is going to put its back out, or what else do people say? You're going to put its back out. You're going to frighten it. You're going to make it bolt off. You're going to make it think that something's wrong. La la la. I mean, people just say anything, don't they? I mean, this is the same school of thought that the horse can't bear anything. Have you seen the way it trembles when a gnat lands on it? When a gnat lands on its skin, how sensitive they are. Imagine if that was your leg. A horse knows the difference between a leg and a gnat. It's clever enough to know that your leg isn't a gnat and it's not going to explode, and it's fine to just ride your horses as if we were normal people. So, yeah, that was an interesting conversation. And within that conversation, 2 people had an epiphany that actually they could just get on with riding their horse and stop worrying about all the what ifs that were put there by other people. Anyway, there you go. I got a bit passionate then. I'm just going to say hello to a few people who've kindly come into the comments and said hello. Do say hello. I'm going to say hello back now. Oh, I've been going 15 minutes already. Hello to Catherine. Hello to Maggie. Hello to Amanda. We've got Helene Cook in the house. We've got Louise and Claire. I went from being too scared to get on to take my horse to county show. Listen to your online advice and cracked it. Thank you. Canter as well, both balanced and unbalanced. My pleasure. Thank you for saying thank you. That's absolutely wonderful. So if you're listening to this and think this is a good conversation and you're not in the Enjoy Your Horse Club, get in it. It's $4.99 a month, which helps me pay my bills. Thank you very much. It's nice to have your support. And it is full of stuff like this. You'll get your questions answered. There's how-to videos. I've got a section called Ask Me Anything, which I'm about to answer a question now, actually. So if you trouble with my channel is people ask questions. Sometimes I answer and sometimes I don't, depending on what's busy. But if you're in the Enjoy Your Horse Club, I will answer it. And there we are. So that neatly brings me to the Ask Me Anything question. So cool. So Ask Me Anything this week is Oh yeah, that's right. It's loud engine noises. Somebody has a horse which is reasonably sensitive and stressy about loud engine noises. And has anybody got any advice? And they also, as I recall, said that they'd already had some success with motorbikes because they happen to have contacts in the motorbike enthusiasts circle around them, or they've got motorbikes themselves. And so they've actually got some success there. So they've already got some clues. And another bonus for the Enjoy Your Horse Club, the advice coming from the other members was absolutely tip top. Someone saying, well, YouTube, you can get any amount of sound effects. You could easily be playing motorbikes noises or engine noises. What did they say? They said specifically, they said Volkswagen camper. So yeah, I imagine you can get Volkswagen camper noises. But the point is that you need to be getting this desensitization. The first point, let's start at the first point, is that it is possible to get your horse used to loud noises. So the first thing you don't want to do is listen to liars saying, well, you can't expect a horse to get used to loud noises. Of course you can. If your stable was in the middle of an industrial estate, that horse would spend all its time watching the lorries go forwards and backwards, and it wouldn't be bothered at all. Of course, it's perfectly possible. We take our horses into show environments, which we've put videos up before. In fact, I'll make a little reel so you can see it again. Put videos up before of in an arena, dry ice on the floor, discos going, motorbikes, the FMX Bulldog team going up a ramp on their motorbike, pulling some trick in the air, landing on another ramp. While they did that, 8 huge flame-throwing things went, oh, they're doing a trick. And our horses were just being desensitized to that by going round and round and round and round and round like we have a million times. Give the horse a job, and the job we gave the horse was to do a perfect 20-meter circle in a nice regular rhythm as if nothing was happening. The idea is to get your relationship with the horse so much so in such a state by doing exercises for anything. Absolutely anything. In our arena, we've got chickens, cockerels, peacocks, flags, wooden horses, flappy tarps, parrots screaming, and we just do our exercises in there as if it was normal, because of course it is normal. If you weren't on the horse, you wouldn't have taken notice of any of those things. So we've got our regular exercise, which for the purposes of this, we're going to choose a 20-meter circle. And I want a proper 20-meter circle with the correct amount of bend, the correct amount of rhythm, the correct amount of contact, the correct amount of weight distribution from the back legs and the front legs, the correct track in everything. It has to be perfect. What we're trying to do is, by all these experiences, the chickens and peacocks and garden sprinklers and everything else, is to establish the relationship that I will demand a exercise, a job, a task, a schooling session, and I will get it, irrelevant of what's going on around you. What I'm trying to do is get ourselves into a position where the horse knows that if the thing it was worrying about was genuinely dangerous, Carl, who has everything under control, would not be schooling me. And you know what? The horse is absolutely